I cannot perish. Welcome back, everybody. Ew, it's his hand. He's become Thing from the Addams Family. So apparently Golbez is a hand now. That's new. No, he can't reach the crystal. No. Well, that's crap. The crystal! Forgive me. Golbez has taken the crystal. Only one crystal left. We must protect it at all costs. Yes, where can we find it? In the sealed cave to the southwest, where Golbez is heading. But he cannot enter without the key. I have a request to ask of you all. We will do anything. It was our fault the crystal was stolen. I want you to retrieve the 7 crystals at the Tower of Babil. I presume it will be fortified. By Golbez's forces, yes. It won't be easy. I have a plan. You will sneak in and seize the crystals while our tanks distract them. The plan must be executed immediately before Golbez returns from the sealed cave. What do you think? A large force might be waiting. It's a risk. As they say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. His Majesty's right. Now might be our only chance. Alright. We'll go to the tower and reclaim the crystals. Alright, so now we have our next task. So, excellent! There is an exit in the castle's basement. You may leave when ready. Good luck! Okay, so we kind of blundered that. We lost the other crystal. How dare they use my dolls for something like that? So, we now have our new task. Obviously, we had some perks in that. We beat Golbez for the first time, and we got Rydia back, and she's a full-fledged summoner. So, at this point, we have lots to be thankful for. Because now we can start kicking some major butt in this game. I have not said it, but Rydia is kind of the ultimate black mage now. You'll most of the time use her summon magic, but she has lost her ability to use white magic, which in turn allows for her to go kind of full bore into black magic. In fact, I think she has quite a few spells right now. She's kind of the Rydia of black magic, and way better than Tella. I'm just going to say that right now. Rest his soul. You know, I still like Tella as a character, but I love the fact that we have him now. Or that we have Rydia now, especially for the summons. And then also, we still have our usual party, but now we have a new task. Now there's only one crystal in the Dark World, or in the Underworld, that we can go procure. Thankfully, it's guarded, but it may not stay that way. Now, people might notice that I'm gathering up what's called Gizzle Greens. I wonder why, because I smell Chocobo in the air. If you use these, if people remember from Final Fantasy III, they added the Fat Chocobo to help you with inventory management. I will probably use him here and there, but most of the time I'm just going to manage my stuff. And can I just say, I love the new Rydia sprite. I loved it in the SNES version. I love it here. It looks so good, especially when she's casting summons and things like that. It's really cool that they got the sleeves to just kind of sit there while she's casting. Really cool. So now like I said, now we have our new task. We need to go to the Tower of Babil, where all of the other crystals are. And so we're going to try and take those crystals back from Golbez, so he's back at square one. And while we're doing that, we're looting the Dwarven Castle, because why not? Alright, we got a black belt gi for Yang, sorry. Yang. Pyongyang. Uh-oh, now I've declared war on North Korea. Dang it, Romney, why did you make me? Now, people might be wondering what those little rabbit guys are. those are Hummingways. So I believe those are people, if you want to change the name of your characters, like let's just say you're not friends with Bob anymore, you could change the character's name. I won't because I like the natural naming. So, have you permission from the king? Then you may enter. And so this is the secret entrance that the king was telling us about that takes us to the dwarven base, or rather the basement of the castle. Lavenhill! I will say that whenever I get the opportunity. But this is kind of like a frontline base, with which you can actually, since we don't have an airship right now, you can walk up to the Tower of Babil. And thankfully this one had cottages. That's helpful. And yeah, they're basically giving me a warning. The underworld monsters are more fearsome, which means they yield more experience. So that's usually kind of an indicator. Go level. Which I will probably do. I'm not saying probably. There will be a grinding break in between here. And so I don't have to worry about an inn. All I have to do is press that pot, and I get my HP and my MP restored. I have to press the pot. Alright, so there really isn't much commentary these guys can give, aside from, you know, it's a tough situation, but we know you're brave, and you can take it on. And then inside is the water of life. That's why it works. Because water of life does that. I thought water is life. You know, I watched the Mortal Kombat movie like everybody else. Use the element which brings life. Although you could make the argument that air could do that too. Now I'm just making sure that I hit all of them. And I also forgot to hit the weapon shop and armor shop in the Dwarven Castle, which would probably be a good idea. Especially since we can get a flame lance for Cain. Cain's kind of a fickle character. I like to stick with lances for him, but occasionally we will switch to axes because it's got better attack. Thankfully, though, that doesn't take away the jump command. Because I think, like, if you did that in Final Fantasy III or Tactics, and you gave them something other than a spear, they couldn't jump anymore. Which is dumb. Okay, so that should be all of our optimum equipping. Might try and sell some stuff, because... Oh! Flame shield. We decided to get a flame shield for Cain. And here's this tower. Oh look, we missed a chest. With a dwarven axe! So we didn't need to buy one. Thankfully we didn't. And I'm just checking pots. Because they said I could take all the treasure, right? Yeah. Oh, and here's another treasure. Power armlet. This one's kind of dinky. I have to go up and down. Elixir. Okay, go back up. Go up here. Ether. Go back up. And grab a silver hourglass. So that's pretty much, I think, all the treasure in the Dwarven Castle. But I might be wrong. I'm just double checking here, I think. Okay, yep. Because when we go this way, we're basically going back to the Dwarven base. Yeah, you have permission from the king. Love the dwarves theme, too. Really good work, Nobuo. Okay, so now it's time for us to exit the Dwarven base, but first, the Water of Life. For it brings life. Now, this is the point where I actually did take a grinding break to get my levels up just a little bit. At this point, Rydia's kind of lacking behind, so we wanted to make sure she was up to speed. Now, here's the thing to keep in mind. Whereas you've seen with Rosa and Rydia to some extent, when they level up, they get spells. Do summon magic work that way? No. You have to acquire summons other ways. In fact, like Final Fantasy III, there are a lot of side quests that will give you the summons that Rydia can learn. And the list is about as short as 3. I think the longest a summon list has ever gotten would probably be Final Fantasy VI. I might be wrong, though. Yeah, I think that's about right. I don't think that list ever got bigger than that. Maybe 12, but that was when they were trying to establish a whole new pantheon of summons, which didn't work. So now we are making our way to the Tower of Babel, or Babel, however you want to say it. And I think we're almost there, actually. Yep, there's the tanks. So the closer we get, we see the distraction that's being laid before us. Alright, quick before the tanks fire at us. Dude, stop firing! Alright, into the tower we go. And in the Tower of Babil we are. And this kind of looks familiar, right? Kind of looks like the Tower of Zot. Well, get used to it, because we're going to see the Tower of Babel a couple of times. In fact, the tower is so tall, it actually extends into the overworld. We just haven't seen that. We will in a little bit, because our journey will take us there. As you can see, we're dealing with the whole legend of, if you get all 8 crystals, the path to the moon will open in the Tower of Babil. So, we're going to spend quite a bit of time here. Now, while we're making our way up the tower, one of the things I try to do here, obviously, is kind of give a game update. I, again, have not been playing too many games, at least on the list, just because of time. But I did get back around to LEGO Marvel Superheroes, completed a really fun level where I got to invade a nuclear plant and help destroy the Statue of Liberty, which was being controlled by Magneto. And the best part about that was just the puns that Magneto was coming up with. There's actually a point where he commands it to take off its head, and he actually goes, "Off with our head," and I loved it. And then I think there was one point where Hulk tried to punch her, and he's like, "That's not a way to treat a lady." So I love that and appreciated that dialogue. But the level felt very much like God of War, or God of War 2 in that first level where you're inside the statue. So I'm not against it. I thought it played very, very well, but I have a feeling I'm getting really close to the end, because we're getting to the point where the villains have almost won, and we get to have our final showdown with, I'm guessing, Lego Galactus, which would be awesome. But that's pretty much all I've been able to do, was just that one level. In Batman Arkham Origins, I tried to give this update last time, but I did not finish. So, like I said, I took down the Penguin, I fought against Deathstroke, which was awesome, and I really hope he comes back, because that was an awesome battle to have, and I'd love to see a repeat of it. And Electrocutioner, I have a feeling will come back, but because his fight was way too easy. But the best part about that was right after I did that, basically Batman makes the decision, well, I need access to the National Criminal Database. I would think he already have it by now, but, you know, this is Batman starting out. And so he decides, well, I think it's time for me to invade Gotham PD. I'm just like when I first heard the dialogue, I'm like, you're serious? You're gonna go into Gotham City PD and they don't like you. Oh, this is not gonna end well. And it was a really good sequence. So it kind of just establishes that a lot of the wow, I apologize for that wording. Apparently Drak can't speak English. You see that a lot of the GCPD has been bought and sold to Black Mask, especially like SWAT leaders and things like that, because they kind of turn on you, and you actually have a couple of stealth moments where you can sneak by them. But the best part about it was that we actually got to meet a young Barbara Gordon, and she's actually one of my favorite characters in the Batman universe. Just because not only was she Batgirl, but then the whole incident with Joker made her a hacker superhero in the form of Oracle, which they kind of reference in the other Arkham games. It's awesome. So they kind of establish early on that she's very smart, and she kind of gives you some hints as to how to get into the database without being tracked. And we also get to meet a young Jim Gordon. So at this point, he doesn't trust Batman, but then we get to have a moment where we get to save him, and now he's kind of questioning. He's like, okay, well, maybe this guy isn't that bad after all. And I thought that was a really good exchange, considering, you know, we had to establish a first time. Because Jim Gordon and Batman are obviously, I wouldn't say friends, but I would say good allies. Enough so that the rest of the GCPD gets mad at Jim Gordon for relying on Batman at points. So I'm really liking where Arkham Origins is going. I haven't really done a whole lot of the sandbox missions yet. I don't know if I will, unless they have some vital story significance. I will be doing the DLC, though, because a lot of people have been asking if I'm going to do, I think it's a New Year's Eve DLC. I am going to do it, because I am excited for Arkham Knight, and I believe they actually kind of give some kind of hintage towards Arkham Knight and how that's going to be. And I'm excited for that game. That game looked really good at E3 last year, and I think we're coming up on... It's either out now, or it's about to come out. So, I'm excited. I get yet another PS4 game to add to the library. And yes, I will be playing PS4 because I don't have an Xbone yet, although I will probably get one at some point. So yeah, those have been pretty much the games that I've been playing in the big stack. The other thing I've been playing is, I don't know why, maybe, I guess it was because I got sick, but I've had a really big craze to play shoot-em-ups. And I have Resogun and Geometry Wars on PS4, and that really wasn't filling that fix. I was actually looking for some of the old school shoot-em-ups, like UN Squadron, and I really wish that would come out for Virtual Console. I don't know why it isn't. It was a really good selling Super Nintendo game from what I heard. And it's a better port than the arcade. And I agree with a lot of people on that. I've played UN Squadron on arcade, and at least on an emulator to some extent, and I played the Super Nintendo version, and I love it. But I wanted to try and play one of those space shooters, especially like a Gradius game, a good Gradius game. And it just so happens I found out that on the PSP they did a collection for like the first 4 games. Oh, that made my day. I got it. It was fairly cheap. And I have been playing the crap out of Gradius, but just been making my way through the games again. I think I'm almost done with 2, and it's been awesome. Just full of nostalgic glory for me. And so I've appreciated that. And, I mean, aside from that, I've been playing the usual Blizzard games, Heroes of the Storm, Hearthstone, and World of Warcraft. I've been just doing the raiding scene on WoW, so not really a whole lot to report there. Now, we're actually getting pretty close to our target destination in the Tower of Babil. Oh no, Frost Blast! It's locked, so we can't go there apparently. And I think I did announce this on a previous episode, but I will announce it again. So a lot of people have been asking, are you ever going to get into, or either you or Drak and Shadow getting into live streaming? I can't speak for the Shadow Blazer. We haven't really talked about it on that channel, but there will be live streaming soon on my channel. In fact, what we might do is, I'm actually trying to find a way to do a poll, and I'm just going to give you guys like 4 games to pick which one we play, and then we'll just play that on the live stream, and we'll make progress in that. But really what I want to do with that is play a lot of multiplayer games, because I'd like to play with you guys. So I know that like the first couple of weeks are going to be, you know, things like Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, any multiplayer that I can think of. Even I'm not even limiting it to PC games. I will bring up the consoles and we'll play some Smash together, or we'll play Mario Kart. Just because I think that's one of the things to do worthwhile, is play with the community, because I love you guys. You guys keep watching my videos and I appreciate it. We've come across, like, you know, me and Alex were just realizing it's been like 2 years. So that's pretty awesome. Have a safe trip, Master Rubicant. Not to worry. Eblin has been decimated along with its ninjas. Take care of things until I return. Oh no! The pirates have won! Hey, looks like a pirate. Everybody meet Dr. Lugae. He's happy he's in charge now. Golbez and Rubicant are gone! I'm in charge now! What's with him? That's a very good question, Rydia. Shh! Who's there? Cecil? How did you get up here? Caught you at a bad time, eh? With Rubicant away, what are you gonna do? How dare you disrespect me! I may not be an elemental archfiend, but I, Dr. Lugae, am the brains of Golbez's operation! On my honor, I will protect this tower! That's a laugh. I've heard enough out of you! My great creation will shut you up soon enough! And that's Barnabas. That's his creation. Let's just go ahead and take care of the good doctor. Barnabas, attack! So yeah, if I remember correctly, if you take out Dr. Lugae, then Barnabas gets a little bit easier, but it's not done after that. Yow, you big oaf! Over there! Beat him up! Grr, I love that. He actually hits him. Show him no mercy! This was kind of a funny fight to play when you were a kid. It's like, he hits you. And now you will burn. And there we go. Lugae's down. Oi! Oil. And boom, self-destruct. And he actually took Cain with him. Dang it. You fools! Face my true evil! Okay, what? Your true evil is you? No more games! Sleeping gas! Uh-oh. Looks like this is a status ailment, boss. Yes, he is, actually. Kinda bites. But you make do. Transform! No, not that kind of transform. Now he's some weird cyborg thing. I don't know what he was thinking with this form. It seems to be lacking a lot of good elements. And boom! Burn him down. Sleeping gas. This is gonna be one of those harassment enemies. He's just gonna mess with me until he's down. Yep, there goes Yang. That's okay, we still have summoning from Rydia. And now we all have poison. Which makes us glow purple. Alright, so we're going to use Ramu. Now, fun fact, in the Super Nintendo version, if you've never played it, Ramu was actually Indra. This was about the point where translation got weird. They were trying to name things properly, and it was supposed to be Ramu, but in America, they got Indra. No, is Ifrit the same? I think Ifrit was the same. Shiva was the same. Dragon was Mist. It was supposed to be for Mist Dragon. And I think the rest are accurate. Yeah. I think it was Indra that was the biggest change. But it makes sense, because Ramu is part of the summoning pantheon. Oh no, a laser. He has a laser, and it killed Cain! What is wrong with you, Doctor? Cain was trash-talking too much. And now he gonna regret it? Oh, come on. We gotta be really close. Sleeping gas on Rydia. Oh, good. It didn't work. Yay! Phoenix down. And we're just gonna play it safe and Just do a big cure to Kane as soon as he gets up. There we go. Let's do it for it again. We need more hellfire. And now he can restore us. That's awful kind of him. Now we just kick his butt. Oh, he just wanted to harass us some more. What the freaking heck? He's got to be really close to coming down, so... And more sleeping gas. These are the kind of enemies I hate, where it's just nothing but status elements. Yay! He's down! We got a bunch of levels. And Lugae's key. And that's actually going to go ahead and do it for this week. So when we get back, we're going to go ahead and use Lugae's key to get the crystal.